All right, next we'll need the Paths panel. Here it is, Paths. So if you're having trouble filling your canvas to black, make sure you select all, and you can always go to Edit, Fill, and choose black, and click OK. All right, this is tricky. You can just make a line if you want, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the pen tool, and I'm going to try using the freeform pen tool. Please make sure that you have path selected up here, not shape, path. And now I'm on the freeform pen tool. Okay, next, I'm going to write a word. Not that easy to do this because it's as if you're drawing with a bar of soap or something, but this is a rough path. Okay, there it is. Now, there's my path, and it's a little bit crunchy looking. I'm going to tell you this, and then I'm going to give you a minute to work on it. But you may want to take a look at your path using the direct selection tool, the white arrow. And I'm going to zoom in because I want to make sure that this is as smooth as I want it to be. So direct selection tool, I'm clicking on the points and making sure that I like the smoothness of my letters that I'm drawing here for my neon effect. So if you use the freeform pen tool, then you can go back over it and mess around with these points to get them to be more smooth. Again, last moment here, I'm going to show you this last thing here. Under the pen tool, please remember that there is a delete anchor point tool. This delete anchor point tool is useful for removing points, which simplifies your path. And by simplifying your path, you allow yourself to have less points to smooth, and overall generally will make a smoother effect. So there is a point, and here is a removing of that point with the remove anchor point tool. So anywhere I can see that there's seeming to be like a lot of points up here, I will remove points where possible, and then come back onto those points with the direct selection tool, the white arrow, hopefully you're watching, and clicking and smoothing this out. So when I click away, I can see, okay, that looks like a little divot there. I don't want that to be like a divot. I want it to be more smooth. And I click away and I look at it, and here looks like a little divot here. So I don't want any of these funky little divots in my letters. So I'll pause and let you work on that for a minute. So I've gone ahead and named the path Love. I have the path Smooth. If I click down here, you can see the path Hides. If I click on the name of the path or the path layer object, it will select or show the path, but it's not actually selected unless you click on it. And so now that it's truly selected, I can start the process of creating the glow or the neon effect. Not selected, and now it is selected when I click on it. All right, so I'm going to save this, and I'll just put it on my desktop as neon. And with the path selected that is now named, I'm going to choose red here. Red. Nice. Great red. You're going to go ahead and use the black or path selection tool. Now it's not selected. Now it is selected. All right, you ready? Yeah? All right, so here's what I'm going to do. This is important. First thing I'm going to do is select the brush tool. I have the color where I want it. This is crazy stuff, okay? Then I'm going to go to the brush tool. The brush tool is going to, right now it's at 700, that is not a good, it's way too big. The brush tool is going to be essentially what the path uses, or what is used, more correctly, to stroke the path. If I go to 700, I probably need that a heck of a lot smaller, and that 27 was just a nice guess. Might want it ever so slightly bigger, I don't know, 33. Hardness 0, so I want it soft. And my brush, if I look at it, this is the thickness of that brush. If you consider how that's going to work in the tight areas, you know, you'll play with it. You'll see what happens here. I'm putting it down to 23. This is just a wild guess. I know it can't be too large or too small, or it won't really give me the neon effect. That's going to take a bit of effort here, a couple of tries. All right, so set your brush so that it doesn't look too giant or too small. You'll see what's going to happen in a minute here. And then I'm going to come down to the bottom of the path tool. And if you notice, if you hover and stay on top of these small buttons at the bottom of the path palette, they have a tooltip that comes up, show path, stroke path with brush. That is the second one in from the left. Stroke path with brush. So I'm going to click that. And there it is. There is the first soft kind of reddish glow. All right, I'm going to undo it, and if you would please watch on screen while I'm showing how to do the steps, that would really help a lot. So the brush is at 23. The opacity is at 55. Maybe I need to bring that up. It wasn't very bright. The brush size is 23 with a hardness of 0. And the path is selected. The second button in from the left, stroke path with brush. It's a lot brighter now. And you can see that the soft edge of the brush helps lend to the glowy effect. I'm going to undo it again. I'm going to lower the opacity to 85. And again, stroke path with brush. Okay. If you think it should be thicker, I'm going to undo it again. I'm going to go back to the value of the brush size, and I'll increase it a few pixels. Now it's at 28. Clicking away. Coming down here and clicking stroke path with brush. I'm going to undo it again. Going to decrease the opacity. Now it's at 65. Stroke path with brush. I think that's more what I want. Maybe I want it a little bit thicker, but I'm definitely getting it closer. So again, I'll go to the size value and increase that. Now it's at 30 pixels. Please look on screen. So brush tool is now at hardness 0, size 30, and I have the opacity at a 65. And now I'm stroking the path. So that is stroked inside. Next, please continue to watch. I'm going to go to the red color. Again, lightening this up a little more towards orange. And I like that color. And I will decrease the size of the brush. So if you watch the whole demo right now, it will help you to understand what's going to happen. Now I have that at 20 for the size. Still at 65. And now it's going to stroke again inside. Sorry, it's too thick. Undo. which is Command Z. And then again, I'm going to bring it down half the size it is. So I'll type in 10 for the value, click away, and click stroke path. There we go. It's starting to look like neon. Actually, quite a lot like neon. Okay, maybe it's a color change I need. Click, change color. Now I have pink. I think I could do with the brush being a tad smaller. 1, 2. So now it's at 8 points. And now stroke. Ooh, ah. Okay, so if I click away, that is very neon-y. Got it? All right, continue to work on your own.
So you can build stroke on stroke on a path without having to do anything but just keep adding.
That's cool.